Alright, what's up, y'all? Got a two-parter here for you. I got a pretty big CD collection update coming in for you. I'll have this one for this week and obviously the next one for next week. Because it's long. I don't want to... I hate making, 30, 40-minute videos. I think it's kind of a bit much sometimes. I do like it, but I do like watching it sometimes, but I know the majority appeal isn't really there. So I'm going to bust this up. I'm sure you guys don't want to sit through me rambling for that long. So yeah, this is a great update, mostly black metal, death metal. There's some other stuff here and there. We're drinking Founder's Porter in the... I've had one of these so far. It's a pretty stouty porter. It's not sweet at all. It's very good though. I really like Founder's beer. Yeah, good stuff. Nostrovia. Quality. Alright. So what we're listening to is actually the first thing in the update. So we'll just cut into it. This is Dawn of Relic with One Night in Carcosa. So this is like a melodic death metal band from Finland. I was just on their Metal Archives page looking up to see if there were in other bands, and I got distracted and forgot to look and see if this had people who were in other groups at some point, which I'm sure these guys have had other things going on in their time. This is the debut album from 1997. It's kind of basically like the more Norse kind of melodic death metal with the keyboards, and it's got some blackened tinges and elements too. Joe, I'm sure you're watching. I guarantee you'll like this. I'll probably send you a link after I'm done filming this, actually. So yeah, Dawn of Relic. This is my first go through. Really like it so far. Next, 4 CDs by a band I am a new fan of that it took me far, far too long to get into. Why it is, I don't really know. I didn't really like the vocals at first, but I had the first 4 albums from Imperium. If you are not familiar with Imperium, they are like a black metal and folk and doom project, kind of all that wonderful stuff jumbled together in a really cool genre. So we'll start off at the first one, which is A Winter Sunset with some periods at the end. This is the first thing I listened to by them, and I didn't love it when I first heard it. Check out this really gorgeous golden spot gloss that's not really showing up great right now, but it's really good looking. I like it a lot. What's up, Kronos? You'll see a tail passing by. Yeah, always bugging. Yeah, this is a Prophecy Productions repress, which I'm always a big fan of. Good photo, pretty iconic. Really love this kind of like purple blue that they went with for this graphic design. So this one's probably the most black metal, I would say. It's pretty raw. It's really slow. It's kind of, I don't want to call it brutish, but it's brooding. It's very, it's super raw for being as dense as a doomy black metal record's gonna be, or supposed to be. But it's a decent record. I like it quite a bit. I wouldn't, it's not going to make my top 50 metal records of all time or anything, but it's a good one. So next one is Songs of Moors and Misty Fields. This really hit the nail on the head for me. This, the first record was good, but this is what I wanted out of hearing black folk doom metal. As you would imagine, similar to Agalok in a lot of ways. The clean vocals have kind of started to take a good root in some actual like methodical singing. In this record, and the production value is kind of upped quite a bit. The songwriting is really, really good, but this band only has a couple of metal records as it is. So they kind of hit the apex and then stopped playing metal, at least. This record is a really, really good thing, though. Next is a third record, which is Violent. It's a full-on neo-folk record. Really, really pretty stuff. Really acoustic, heavy. It's all acoustic, sorry. Very clean vocals. Clean vocal, heavy, atmospheric kind of It doesn't sound like American folk. It sounds quite a bit like muskox. If you guys know muskox, if they had vocals, I think it would sound very similar to that in a lot of ways. Big fan of this though. Man, this rules, dude. This. Huge fan of this. I scored this used at my local record store for like $4. They have a 5 used CDs for 20 thing that they do, and almost all the CDs in the place are used, so gotta grab it. And this is Where at Night the Wood Grouse Blaze. Another really pretty album cover. Really love this stuff, man. I really think that this is a cool band. Just gorgeous stuff, man. This group really knows what's going on when it comes to creating a dense, thick, kind of somber, but also very beautiful atmosphere at the same time. Big fan. Uh-oh, cat's back. Next, got this pretty cheap at a different local store. This is The Seventh Seal by Faye. You guys have heard me mention my love of Morgana Le Fay, being the Swedish kind of power metal, thrashy groove metal band. Well, this is basically Morgana Le Fay before Morgana Le Fay. This is their debut record from 1999, and I picked this thing up sealed from the local store. Kronos, come on, buddy. He's so clingy. Yeah, really cool looking aesthetics for this one. Obviously a biblical reference to the book of Revelations being the seventh seal. And the whole album is basically about, apocalypse, as you would probably imagine based off of that. So yeah, if it's got some really good moments to it. I like a lot of like the slower moments. I don't really love when they get all groove metal-y on this record, though I do enjoy it in doses, but when I want something like this, I want it to be a little more epic rather than screwing around with all the groove, which I think Morgana Le Fay seemed to have taken to and done a lot more of, rather than this early stuff in their career. So yeah, Le Fay rules. Great record. Next. Ooh, Steve over at S&T Young sent me a link to this, and I fell in love immediately. This is Epiplexy with Tears of the Unborn and Dysmorphophobia. Dysmorphophobia, I think. This is some Slovakian old school death metal, and it is just filthy, dude. Quit chewing on the cord, dude. It is just absolutely nasty death metal. This is Dysmorphophobia is their demo from 93, and Tears of the Unborn is the first full length from 1995. I wouldn't call it brutal death metal, but it has some of the kind of attack of it, you know what I'm saying? There's no like slammy chuggy parts, but the cat's yanking on the wire, excuse us. He has this tendency to chew on wires because he's an absolute psychopath and apparently suicidal. Hopefully we can fix that. But yeah, anyway, back to what I was doing. Epiplexy, yeah, really good. I really like the lyrics too, which is cool because a lot of the time death metal lyrics are stupid. Black metal lyrics are usually even dumber. So yeah, it's cool. Big fan. Just kind of gross, kind of grimy death metal. Big fan. Next. Damned in Black by Immortal. I picked this up from Puke Vomit Records, I think is the name of it, a while back. It's an Osmos repress. I really like, in comparison to the regular album cover, this one's way cooler. The regular album cover is just them being goofy on the front, which is, it is Immortal. But good stuff, man. Big fan. It's catchy. It's fun. I like all the Immortal. This is definitely really thrashy. And it's got a lot of Gorgorothy tinges on it for whatever reason. It's from the year 2000, so that would make sense. Damned in Black. I went and saw this band about 2 weeks ago, maybe a month at this point. But Seasonings in the Abyss by Pitlord. So it's literally a grill-themed death metal band, and it is absolutely hysterical. At first I saw that like they were grill-themed death metal, and I was like, this is the dumbest crap I've ever heard, but whatever. I went to the local show. It was free to get in, you know, why not, right? So I go in there, and I missed the first three bands actually, and then these guys are setting up, and they roll a grill on stage with a smoke machine in it, and then while they're playing, they have this thing rolling as if the grill is just cooking behind them the whole time. Instead of, because they have a drum machine, right? They don't have a regular drum kit. They have a bassist and a guitar player, and they both do vocals, and it's hilarious. The samples are great. They sampled if you guys have seen that episode of King of the Hill where they're talking to George Foreman about stocking his grills, and he gets really offended about, oh, I'm sorry, we have a policy about no novelty grills and stuff like that. And hilarious. Absolutely love it. Go check out Pitlord if you haven't heard it. 2 by another great band from Scotland, Forgotten Paths and Guardians. This is like the 2 metal albums from this wonderful project. You guys have heard this. I mean, there's a new record that came out this year, which I have not yet heard. I don't know when it comes out. I think I pre-ordered it. I don't remember. I got a couple pre-orders still coming in. The new Panopticon reissue of Collapse, an EP from like a symphonic black metal band I forgot the name of. What else I got? There's a couple other pre-orders. I got the new Ailstorm. But this is great, man. You guys have all heard this. It's basically Scotland's answer to Panopticon in almost every sense of the word. From the At the Gates heavy influence to the folky instrumentation to the dense, you know, atmospheric qualities. It's great. Next. 2 from one of my favorite bands ever, as you guys have heard from me many a times. This is The Wake of Magellan and Poets and Madmen by Savatage. I was watching the Heavy Metallurgy episode about the Savatage discography ranking and like ordering or whatever. So I kind of got put in a mood after that, and I was just jamming. And then I went to a mall a couple towns over to buy some shoes for work, and I found out there was a half-price books down the road. So I went and stopped there, picked these up, a couple bones each, dude. How do you argue with it? Now this one, kind of soft, kind of monotonous, a little boring at some points. It overstays its welcome. I do like it. It's 16 minutes though, or 16 tracks. Sorry, it's about an hour. It's a lot, man. This is a long album. Really like that disc tray art though. Really good looking. I just want to get all the Savatage stuff, everything. I have a couple records left to get. I think I might even have 5 left to get, which is crazy because I have a bunch of Savatage. But it's a good record. I don't love the dude who's singing his vocals. I forgot his name. I'm going to look in here anyway. Sorry. So obviously John Oliva is part of the vocals, but Zach Stevens, he's good. He really is. But he's not really all that impressive. Like, he's a good metal vocalist, but he's a really generic metal vocalist. So it's cool. The concept's it's a little too much piano, by the way, as well. Chill out with the piano, John. And this one, it's definitely a step up from that one. This is the last full length from 2001, 21 years ago. Apparently there's a new EP from last year. Whatever the significance of the cigarette and the Zippo is. But this is a lot better of a record, I would say. I mean, like, Morphine Child is a lot cooler. It's a pretty cool song. I really like the album cover. I would love to get a t-shirt of that, even though it's not my favorite Savatage record. Yeah, gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. A couple more here. Gothic by Paradise Lost. Got this out of the used bin at Puke Vomit Records. Peaceville repress of this album. I don't get it. I really don't, man. I really don't understand what's so beloved about this band. I was listening to it and I was like, it's like kind of mid-paced. It's got some type of negative-y parts that are cool and all, but like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to listen to this more and get back to you guys on it. don't love it, man. So I have a different Paradise Lost album that Anthony over Metal Miner sent me because he's a great dude. I absolutely love the newer Paradise Lost, but like this classic record isn't hitting me right. What am I missing? Can one of y'all who loves this record, because I'm sure there's a bunch of you out there, can somebody give me like what I'm missing? What in my ears is not, what isn't clicking here for me with Gothic? Because I'd love to love this. So, Paradise Lost. Two from a Finnish black metal band. First two full lengths from Weird, Heathen, and Huldrafolk. Great band, dude. I have one of their other albums, which is around here somewhere. It's over in the corner there, I think. Oh, it's right here. What is it? Kamen, Kammen. I don't know how to properly say that, but it's okay. It didn't catch my eye. I got it really early on in my black metal purchasing cycle. It's a cool record and all. It just hasn't really stuck with me. And then I was like, you know what? I need to get more into this one. I saw these were in a used bin as well. I went and listened to a little bit of them. And this is like 2 albums of the, what is the friggin' thing? Songs of Moors and Misty Fields by Imperium. This is like 2 albums of that style, but a little bit less pretty, a little more grim and sorrowful. It's basically just pagan black metal mixed with doom metal. Great photo. Big fan of like the visual aesthetics that this band uses. Another good photo. I love like the cave painting artwork. That's pretty cool. Nobody does that. I couldn't think of it at least. But yeah, good record, good band. I like Weird, whatever. Next is an album that my buddy has like been gushing about. Basically, this band, especially like Jupiter and stuff like that. But Unquestionable Presence by Atheist. This band was way ahead of their time, dude. This band was like they were way out there, way before it was like, way before progressive death metal was like really taking the mainstream like it is these days. I really like that. I think that's cool looking. So the CD is like the full length record, then the pre-pro demos from and then demo 1990. Just a drum track and bass track, and then the rhythm tracks. And then the DVD is Live at the Water Club in 1990, then Live in Bradenstown, and an interview. So that's kind of cool to have. I don't really care about any of that. Mostly just got it for the full length itself. But yeah, it's a great record. Next, a homie's band. If you guys know him, it's Goatman here on YouTube. He's always on J-Dog's videos. Feeble Antichrist Obliterated by Via Cruces. This is his band. Great Bastille war metal stuff, man. Absolutely like sludgy and abysmal sounding. Very incantation-y style-wise. He sent me some stickers of his other projects too. Heliophobia, and I don't actually know what that says, but I'm going to show you this. So this is Christian war metal, which is very different. I'm a big fan of that. This is way more interesting than a lot of the war metal bands too. Really cool disc art there. Looks really good. Just something about this just really works, man. It's just got this like absolutely brutishly dark, abysmal sounding, incantation-y, almost sludgy, doomy moments. He does a really good job of using a riff a bunch, but in different ways of playing it to keep it interesting. He does that really well. And I really do appreciate that in a songwriter, because, you know, you can make a whole song out of 3 riffs and keep it interesting. I think you know what's going on. Again, all the Christian themes, which is fun, because the whole Satan, death, blasphemy thing is kind of stupid at this point. Just kind of over it. I've seen enough of it. Obviously, there's Goatman's signature on there. Love it. Via Cruces is great. Next, the Jack-o'-lantern murders by Slasher Dave. I went and saw The Witch a couple months ago. Not even a couple months. It was May 9th. So about a month ago today, I think, actually. Filming this on I think Thursday, the 9th, I think it is. This is like horror movie soundtracks for no horror movies at all. It's spooky. It's got the Night of the Jack-o'-lantern and the Jack-o'-lantern murders all on here. So it's basically 2 full lengths on 1 disc. I went up to him at the merch table. First off, great dude, super cool guy. Way shorter than I thought he was, which obviously who cares how tall the dude is. But I just wasn't expecting it. He was working the table. I met Shagrat and Mike outside. I posted some pictures on Instagram with the guys. And I asked him, I was like, hey, do you have any stuff of your own band? Because I had all of the stuff from Acid Witch already on the table anyway. I wasn't expecting to see them outside either. I didn't think that they would be as cool as they were. Just because, you know, whatever. But yeah, he basically booked it from the table, ran out to the van, grabbed a copy of this for me, and I grabbed it. I was super hyped on it. I was really in a Dungeon Synth kick at that point too, so this really, really came at a good time. Good stuff. 2 more. Vorasat with Moonlight's Wrath. So my buddy Brian Arkham sent me a copy of the second Vorasat album. This is an Australian black metal project. Out on the new one is out on Dark Adversary. This is on, I can't even tell what that says, but it's cool aesthetics. It's not my favorite though. I like it. It's okay. It's pretty middle of the road. Pretty raw black metal, kind of harsh, noisy in some points, which is not my cup of tea generally. But the new Vorasat album is really, really good. Like raw melodic black metal with lots of keyboards. This one's got some of the keyboardy elements, but this is really noisy and it's kind of hard to stomach sometimes. I'll give it some more listens next time I get in like a raw black metal mood. I'll definitely give this guy another try. Last thing for today, this is Night Work by Diabolical Masquerade. I picked this up in the same lot as this awesome Dawn of Relic disc we've been jamming. This is also in that weird cover. I think that's like a cathedral in France or something, or catacombs in France. So I had the newest Diabolical Masquerade record from like 2004. I forgot. It's like Death's Toll or something like that. I don't remember the name of it, but it's a decent style, I guess. I didn't really like it. I kind of get why some people really like it, but it really didn't hit the spot for me. I thought it was kind of annoying. It sounded kind of schizophrenic and really all over the place and kind of uncomposed. And I didn't really dig that. But this record is a lot better in my eyes. So I'm going to call it a day at that one. I still got to film the other one. I might put it off for now. I'm kind of tired. I was at work all day. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. Keep it greasy. From me and the old Kronos here. He's wet. He must have just been drinking or something. Alright, I'll catch you guys in the next one.